Reds. Boy, Shurik had his stuff going early and often. Top of the first against Eric Karras. No way. Shurik struck out 6. Raul Mondesi, one of his victims. Bottom third. Barry Larkin on second. Reggie Sanders facing Ishmael Valdez. And Sanders likes this pitch. The 15th homer for the All-Star. 3-0 Reds. Shurik remained tough against Mike Piazza. Piazza's hit streak ends at 6 games. Then he freezes Karras again. Shurik scattered 5 hits through 7. Sanders now, more offense. Bottom 4, bases loaded for him. Just a slight tap. It's a blooper. And you bet it's good enough to drop in. That brought home Shurik and Thomas Howard. 4 RBI for Sanders. That ties a career high. 8-0 the final. The Dodgers shut out for the 9th time. That's tops in the National League. L.A. had 2-on, no-out Tony Gwynn.
Right field with distance. Way
That's gone. His 6th of the year for Gwynn. 3-0 San Diego.
3-0
One bright moment for the Astros still in the first, Eddie Williams. The shot to right. Watch Derek Bell. Not only great at the plate, look at that defense. It's worth another look. Derek Bell appeared hurt, but he stayed in the game. Andy Ashby retiring 20 of the first 22 batters he faced. He credits his concentration. He also kept the ball down. That line, you know, that's where the belt is. He kept it under that. 13 of Ashby's 22 outs came on either grounders or strikeouts. Top of the 7th, 3-0 Pods, bases loaded, Eddie Williams. Greeting reliever Doug Brocail. Yeah, that's gone. A grand slam for Williams, the 2nd of his career. This one was easy for San Diego. 9-2 the final. They did, and they avoided the 5-game sweep. Ashby improves to 6-5. You know, this is the first time in his major league career Andy Ashby has been above 500 this late in the season.
Darling's still going to be wild in the first. Bases juice. Ronnie walks the talented toothpick John Olerud. Devo scores. 1-0 Jays. Next batter Ed Sprague. Darling wild. Steiny chases, throws to Darling, but Molitor is safe, and it's 2-0 Jays. Bottom of the 2nd, Jays leading 4-zip. Pat Hankin pitching. Brent Gates the shot to left. Here comes Joe Carter with the supple leather. Bottom of the 4th, Jays leading 4-1. It was all Hankin needed against Brent Gates.
He's 0 for 1 today. Now
Terry Steinbach.
big curveball.
The Jays win it 7-3. Pat Hankin is not going to the All-Star game for the first time in 3 years, but he's an All-Star against the A's. 2-0 with a .57 ERA. Against the rest of the league, he's 4-6 with a 6.97 ERA. Royals and the Tigers. Royals defense keeping them in the game. Scott Fletcher the drive to left. We always see Tom Goodwin tracking it down. He does it again.
Wow, what a grab!
Philippe Lira, another good outing. Strikes out John Nunnally, and that was a forkball. Wally Joyner looking at heat. And Bobby Hamlin, that's a slider. Lira shut out through 6 innings. Top of the 7th, 3-0 Tigers, 2 men on. Brian Bohannon relieves Lira.
There goes the hammer.
Edgar Caceres hits a double to deep right center. Joyner and Hamlin going to score. It's a 3-2 game.
Joyner scores easily. Here comes the hammer chugging.
The hammer is chugging, isn't he? Bottom of the 8th, Tigers get an insurance run. This is fun. Franklin Stubbs lofts a fly ball to left, and Gibby is going to tag.
Gibson's going to try. Here
Pat Porter's going to get bowled over by Gibby. And that's simply Gibby being Gibby, and he wants the Hulkster next. Tigers win it. Lira gets his 5th win in 7 starts. At one point, he retired 11 straight batters. Not bad for a guy Sparky Anderson said made the team only because rosters were expanded to 28 players. Fred McGriff on first. Terry Mulholland's first pitch. Actually, one of his pitches away from Kurt Manwaring. Plays the bounce. McGriff's out at second. Mulholland gets out of the jam. Top of the 7th, no score. Giants have the bases juiced. They pinch hit for Mulholland. Record finita. Yeah! You got to swing the bat, man. Still 0-0 the 8th. Greg McMichael facing Mark Carrion with a man on and spank. Baseball's special moment. Giants lead 2-zip. Bottom of the 9th, 2-on for the Braves.
High in the air, deep to center. Lewis back, still back. The Braves have won the game.
Freddie McGriff wins it in the bottom of the 9th. He goes 3 for 4, his 11th homer this year, 3 RBIs. The double. 2 runs come in, cuts the lead to 1 run. Cubs would tie it up. Sanchez 4 for 6 with 4 ribbies. 12th inning, 6-6, bases loaded.
Nobody in center.
Cubs bring Brian McRae in for a 5th infielder. Turk Wendell gets Dave Gallagher to bounce in the 1-2-3 double play. Cubs get out of the inning. Catcher Scott Service is injured on the play, and check it out. Darren Dalton comes down the line, takes Service out at the plate. Was it a little late? Service would lead the game with at least a sprained left knee before the 13th inning. Cubs first base coach Don Radisson and Jim Fregosi have words about the Dalton Service collision. In the 13th, all-star 340 hitter Mark Grace checking the signs with 2 men on, no outs. Grace asked to lay down the sacrifice bunt. He's a team player. Runners now both in scoring position. 2 batters later, Todd Zeal, fly ball to center, deep enough to score McRae. Hey, the Cubs win. The Cubs go into the break on a 4-game winning streak. Catcher Scott Service has a sprained knee and will be examined Monday in Chicago. Asked if he thought the play was dirty, Service said, "I don't want to get into it."
Here's an example. The quick glove on the Tino Martinez grounder for the putout. Control problems set in the 4th for Hershiser. Walking Edgar Martinez. He does the same to Tino Martinez. That brings up Jay Buhner. Buhner with 10 homers coming in, all against righties. Make it 11. This one, a 3-run home run for Jay Buhner. It was a rough day for Hershiser. He blamed it on rustiness. He was out after 5. Good outing for Salomon Torres in the 4th. Wayne Kirby's grounder mishandled by Luis Sojo, but Paul Sorrento, he overruns 3rd. He got gunned down. Top of the 7th, 5-3 M's. Runners on 2nd and 3rd. Bud Black intentionally walks Edgar Martinez, and Tino Martinez takes offense to that. Take that, Bud Black. Tino Martinez with his 2nd career grand slam. 9-3 Mariners, the final. For Cleveland, it was just their 4th loss in the last 14 games. They still enter the break with the best record in the majors at 46-21. It's also the best in franchise history. Already 2-0 Brewers, bases loaded. Matt Mieske with a grand slam off Finley, his first ever grand slam. It was 6-0 Brew Crew after 1. Bases loaded again in the 3rd. Jeff Cirillo, the opposite, drops it in for a double. Mieske and Hulse score. Jose Valentino thrown out at home. Finley gave up 8 runs in 3 innings, but the Angels' bats would heat up. Perhaps the most surprising player in the AL this year, Jim Edmonds with 2 on. Goes deep off Bill Wegman. Edmonds' 13th homer of the year. The Angels were suddenly within 2. Next batter, Rex Hudler. You bet. Hudler goes deep as well. Hudler his 3rd of the year, back-to-back off Wegman. 8-7 Brewers, but it was 9-7 Milwaukee. Bottom of the 9th, 1 on for JT Snow. Snow ending the threat just like that with a 4-6-3 double play. Brewers win it. 9-7. Kevin Seitzer contributing with 2 hits, 2 RBI. Greg Vaughn, second baseman, feeling the heat, drops Mike Pagliarulo's relay E4. Tony Fernandez hits into the double play. Right, wrong. Fry takes the flip, throws wide at first. E4. Fry, more trouble. Can't handle the grounder. E4. Johnny Outs can't believe what he's seeing. Top of the 7th, Kevin Gross, bases loaded, facing Wade Boggs, who is pinch hitting. The 3-2 pitch. Ball 4. Walks him, walks home. Gerald Williams for the go-ahead run, 4-3 Yanks. Bottom 8, same score. Mickey Tettleton batting lefty against Bob Wickman, and Tettleton goes deep for his 200th home run in his career, which tied at 4. On to extra innings. Same score. Mark McLemore on first. Rusty Greer, the bunt in the air. Steve Howe pulls his glove back, doesn't make the catch, throws to first. McLemore, he's safe at 2nd. 2 batters later, Mickey Tettleton, batting righty this time, smacks the ball right by Tony Fernandez. McLemore rounding 3rd. The throw home, off the mark. That's how the Rangers won it, 5-4 in 12 innings, beating the Yankees. The win, coupled with the Angels' loss, moved the Rangers back into a tie for 1st in the AL West. The Yankees
against the Pirates on Sunday. Esteban Loaiza delivers to Todd Hundley. 3rd-tier shot, 12th homer of the year for Hundley. Mets lead 2-1. 2-1 Mets in the 3rd. Dave Clark liner to center field. Brett Butler motors and catches. 3-2 Mets. Jay Bell in the 5th. Saberhagen.
And it was career win number 700 for Jay.
Well hit and gone, 5th of the year. We're knotted at 3. Bottom of the 6th. Jeff King on first base. Saberhagen to Orlando Merced. That's a base knock. But Brett Butler, watch Brett. Jeff King scores and makes it 4-3. Pirates will win 6-3. Rookie Esteban Loaiza throws his first major league lead 1-0. After O'Leary's sac fly made it 2-0. The next batter, Mo Vaughn, and that's a ground rule double for Mr. Sunday Night Conversation. Willie McGee scores 3-0 Sox. That prompted the call to Eddie Guardado. Tom Kelly comforts the young Frankie. Another pitcher making his twin debut, Scott Klingbeck from the Erickson trade. And Juan Bell, you betcha, first of the season, 4-0 Sox after 5. And TK is concerned about his new pitching staff. Tim Wakefield, though, was baffling Minnesota batters versus Scott Leyes. And check out the rotation on this thing. In the 5th, Wake gets Chip Hale to ground out to first. Wakefield with a no-hitter through 5. After Wakefield walked Rich Becker in the 6th, the fundamentally sound Chuck Knobloch. Grounder hits the mound, bounces right to shortstop John Valentin, steps on second, throws to first for the double play. Still an 0-0 after 6. Kevin Kennedy relaxing and kick back. Wakefield carrying the no-hitter in the 8th. First batter, Jeff Rebelway, breaks up the no-no. Second time this season, Wakefield carried a no-hitter in the 8th. The Sox win it. Kirby Puckett, who was starting in the All-Star game, was impressed with Wakefield. It's not how hard you throw, it's where you throw it, said Puckett. His pitches were dancing all over the place. Beautiful point, Kirby. The essence of the game is deception. The 28-year-old Wakefield spent last year in the minors, but in his last 12 major league starts, he's 9-1. That includes 2 starts in September of '93 with Pittsburgh. Wake is 7-1 this year with a league-best 1.61 ERA in 4 complete games. O's in the White Sox. Scotty Erickson making his debut with Baltimore. His teammates helped out in the 1st. Harold Baines off Alex Fernandez, a 3-run homer, 4-0 Orioles. Top of the 2nd, still 4-zip. And it's a man named Brady.
Which is hit the ball the other way.
Flies to right, Dave Martinez, do the dance, make the glove, get down. Top of 3, 5-zip O's. Jeffrey Hammonds just past Ozzie Guillen. Callen to score. Harry going to score. Jeff Houston thrown out at 3rd, but it's 7-0 Orioles. Erickson pitched 6 innings in his debut, facing Ray Durham. He struck him out, and then he gets Frank Thomas. Erickson gets the win as Baltimore rolls 11-2. The O's sweep the 4-game series with the White Sox and go to the break 6 games behind Boston, the AL East. It's Baltimore's first 4-game sweep in Chicago since June of 1969.
On this day, he got Mike Lansing. Joe Girardi nails David Segui. 21 straight bases were stolen on Girardi until today. Freeman showing more control in the 5th. Look at the spin on this breaking ball. It fools Shane Andrews. 7 innings pitched for Freeman, no earned runs. His teammates provided the run support off Pedro Martinez. Run support, Colorado? Of course. Dante Bichette launches this one. His 13th home run of the year, 2-0 Rockies. Bichette hitting a changeup. Martinez said he threw him a change in the 3rd and got him out. Didn't work this time. Larry Walker following Bichette. You know that's gone. Walker knows it's gone. His 20th of the year, 3-0 Colorado. Martinez obviously upset. Next up, the big cat, Andres Galarraga. You think he was going to go yard? Not if Martinez can help it with some high heat. Galarraga wasn't hit, though. Don Baylor, guy who's been hit over his career, not happy about it. But he was happy about that. 4-1 the final. After the Rockies put the finishing touch on the 4-game sweep, Montreal skipper Felipe Alou said, "We didn't give them the 4 games. We were overmatched." When Bichette and Walker went back-to-back, by the way, it marked the